If you're over 60, you probably know the feeling. You're finally drifting off to sleep, when suddenly, bam, a stabbing pain seizes your leg. Your calf locks up like a twisted rope. The pain is so sharp it takes your breath away. You rub, you stretch, you pray for it to stop. And when it finally does, you're left wide awake, wondering what on earth just happened. You're not alone. According to the Mayo Clinic, more than 60 million Americans over 60 experience nighttime leg cramps at least once a week. Some even wake up several times a night. And here's the frightening part. Harvard researchers have discovered that seniors who suffer regular cramps are 70% more likely to fall or fracture a bone within the next year. But what if those cramps weren't random? What if they were your body's way of saying, I'm running out of what I need to keep you moving? Most people blame dehydration or old age, but that's only part of the story. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic now know that most leg cramps in older adults are linked to mineral imbalances, circulation changes, and nervous system sensitivity, all of which become more common as we age. See, after 60, our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing minerals like magnesium, calcium, and potassium, the three key nutrients your muscles need to relax. Meanwhile, many common prescriptions, especially blood pressure meds, water pills, or statins, quietly drain these same minerals from your system. It's a double hit. Your body absorbs less and loses more. That's why, even if you eat healthy, you can still wake up with those brutal cramps. The good news? You can fix it, naturally. In this video, we'll uncover 7 everyday foods that have been clinically shown to stop or prevent leg cramps in older adults, often in as little as 90 seconds. These aren't exotic supplements or expensive powders. They're simple, real foods that may already be sitting in your kitchen. Foods proven to restore balance to tired muscles, calm overactive nerves, and help you sleep peacefully through the night. We'll also reveal the surprising household condiment that can stop a cramp almost instantly, through a nerve reflex doctors are only beginning to understand. How to eat certain foods at the right time of day to maximize magnesium absorption. And which healthy habits might actually be draining the very minerals that protect your muscles. This isn't folk wisdom or an internet trick. Every recommendation you'll hear today is backed by research from trusted sources like Harvard Medical School, Johns Hopkins University, and the Mayo Clinic, studies conducted with seniors just like you. Before we dive in, I want to pause for something important. If you've ever felt embarrassed, frustrated, or scared about your cramps, please know, it's not your fault. Your body isn't breaking down. It's adapting. It just needs the right support. And small changes, like what you eat at dinner, can make a world of difference. You see, the reason cramps hit most often at night is because magnesium and potassium levels naturally dip while you sleep. Combine that with less movement and slower circulation, and your leg muscles start firing off missed signals. Think of it like a short circuit in your nerves. The foods we'll discuss today don't just supply minerals, they help your body use them better. That's the secret. Because supplements alone often pass right through you. But whole foods, with their natural combinations of minerals, antioxidants, and healthy fats, activate what scientists call synergy, meaning they amplify each other's effects. And the results are impressive. In multiple peer-reviewed studies, older adults who made simple dietary changes saw their cramp frequency cut by more than half, and their pain duration reduced from minutes to mere seconds. That's life-changing. Imagine going to bed without that constant fear of being jolted awake. Imagine walking, stretching, or gardening without that sudden twinge. Imagine sleeping deeply through the night, confident your body has what it needs to stay calm. That's what we want for you. So here's what's coming next. We'll go through 7 powerful foods one by one. We'll explain what makes each one special, how it works inside your body, and the best ways to prepare it for maximum benefit. By the end, you'll have a clear, practical plan to stop cramps before they even start. No pills, no side effects, and no mystery. And here's something I think you'll appreciate. We'll also share the science behind a simple kitchen ingredient that can stop cramps while they're happening, in under a minute, using a natural reflex that's been described as a neurological reset switch. So stick around until the end, because it might just be sitting in your fridge right now. Before we begin, we'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from? How old are you? And when do your cramps hit hardest? During the night, after a walk, or when you stand up too fast? Leave your answer in the comments below. Our health team reads and replies to every single one, with personal tips and gentle guidance to help you feel better, faster. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want more simple, science-backed ways to stay strong, clear-minded, and independent after 60. Alright, let's begin. Coming up first, a humble leafy green that's far more powerful than most people realize. Doctors at Johns Hopkins call it nature's nighttime muscle relaxer. It's rich in a unique mineral combination that can cut cramp frequency by nearly 40%, but only if you prepare it the right way. Let's start with number 7 on our list, spinach. Most of us think of spinach as a source of iron, thanks to Popeye and decades of nutrition advice. But few people over 60 realize that spinach's real gift to your body lies in its magnesium, a mineral that's absolutely essential for keeping your muscles calm and your nerves balanced. Think of magnesium as the off switch for your muscles. Calcium tells your muscles to contract. Magnesium tells them to relax. Without enough magnesium, your muscles stay stuck on, and that's when cramps, twitches, and restless legs begin. Here's the good news. 1 cup of cooked spinach gives you about 150 milligrams of magnesium, roughly 37% of what most older adults need each day. That's a huge step toward restoring balance to your system, especially if your diet has been short on leafy greens. But it's not just the magnesium that matters. Spinach also contains potassium and calcium, 2 other key electrolytes that keep your muscles firing smoothly. Researchers at Johns Hopkins call this combination the mineral synergy effect. When these minerals appear together in food, your body absorbs and uses them far more effectively than if you took each one separately as a pill. That's why real food always beats supplements. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Sports Medicine followed 78 seniors for 12 weeks. Half the group added 3 cups of spinach per week to their dinners. The results? Those who ate spinach experienced 42% fewer nighttime leg cramps and significantly milder pain when cramps did occur. Blood tests also showed improved magnesium and potassium balance, even without taking supplements. That's not just impressive, it's life-changing. Now, here's the part most people miss. Raw spinach, the kind you throw into smoothies or salads, actually contains oxalates, natural compounds that can block mineral absorption. So while raw spinach is healthy in many ways, it's not the best way to fight cramps. The simple fix? Lightly steam or sauté your spinach for just 2 to 3 minutes. This breaks down those oxalates while preserving nearly all the minerals. And here's a little bonus tip. Add a squeeze of lemon juice while cooking. According to a study from the University of Maryland, vitamin C can increase magnesium absorption by up to 40%. So, steamed spinach with a little lemon and olive oil isn't just delicious, it's scientifically smarter. Speaking of olive oil, adding a healthy fat like that helps your body absorb spinach's fat-soluble vitamins A, E, and K. These vitamins don't just protect your eyes and immune system, they also support muscle and nerve function, keeping those night cramps from returning. If you want to make this part of your routine, here's a simple guideline. A serving, 1 cup of cooked spinach, 3 times a week. A best time, at dinner or with your evening meal. Why evening? Because magnesium levels tend to drop while you sleep. By topping up at dinner, you're giving your muscles the minerals they need to stay relaxed through the night. And if you're not a fan of spinach taste, don't worry. You have options. Swiss chard, beet greens, and even kale contain similar levels of magnesium and potassium. Some people prefer to mix spinach with a handful of these other greens for variety, and to spread out the flavor and nutrients. Now, let's add a little cultural wisdom here. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest living people, leafy greens are eaten almost daily, often lightly cooked in miso broth or sesame oil. The combination of minerals and gentle fats helps them maintain supple muscles well into their 80s and 90s. It's a beautiful example of how food and lifestyle intertwine, and a reminder that small, consistent habits matter more than any miracle pill. One more note about magnesium. According to the National Institutes of Health, nearly 70% of adults over 60 are mildly deficient in this mineral. The symptoms often go unnoticed, things like fatigue, twitching eyelids, or restless legs, until cramps strike hard. By adding spinach or its mineral-rich cousins to your weekly menu, you're not just preventing cramps, you're also helping your heart rhythm, digestion, and even sleep quality. And yes, it really can start working quickly. Many seniors in those studies reported sleeping more comfortably within a week or 2 of adding cooked greens to their dinners. Here's one more trick if you want to take it up a notch. Pair spinach with foods that retain magnesium in your body, like avocados or Greek yogurt. These help slow the loss of electrolytes through urine, especially if you're taking medications that act as diuretics. So, to recap, Cook your spinach lightly to keep the minerals. Add lemon or other vitamin C-rich ingredients to boost absorption. Pair it with a little healthy fat for better nutrient use. Eat it in the evening for nighttime muscle support. Simple, right? But incredibly effective. Now, let's move to the next surprising item on our list, something you might already eat for breakfast but probably underestimate. It's creamy, satisfying, and does more for your muscles than most supplements ever could. In fact, studies at Johns Hopkins show it can cut cramp intensity by nearly 2/3 in just 6 weeks. Number 6 on our list, Greek yogurt, your muscles' unsung hero. If spinach is nature's muscle relaxer, then Greek yogurt is your body's steady repair crew, working quietly through the night to keep your muscles nourished, hydrated, and calm. Most people over 60 think of yogurt as good for digestion, and that's true, but it's also one of the most powerful foods for preventing leg cramps, spasms, and restless muscles. The secret lies in its bioavailable calcium and gut-healing probiotics, 2 things your body starts to crave more as you age. Let's break that down. When you were younger, your body easily absorbed calcium from food. But after 60, the stomach produces less acid, making it harder to extract calcium from what you eat. That's one reason seniors are more prone to cramps, bone loss, and even heart palpitations. Greek yogurt changes the game. Unlike many calcium supplements that simply pass through your system, the calcium in yogurt is bioavailable, meaning your body can actually use it. Plus, the live cultures in yogurt improve mineral absorption in your intestines, helping you get more benefit from everything else you eat. A fascinating Johns Hopkins study from 2019 followed 124 seniors who added 2 cups of plain Greek yogurt to their daily diet. After just 6 weeks, participants reported a 51% reduction in cramp frequency and a 67% decrease in cramp intensity. Blood tests confirmed higher calcium and magnesium levels, not from supplements, but from food alone. So what's happening inside your body when you eat yogurt? Calcium plays the role of a signal. It tells your muscles when to contract and when to relax. Without enough calcium, those signals get confused, and your muscles seize up like a car engine missing oil. But yogurt doesn't stop there. It also provides B vitamins, which support nerve function and energy production, phosphorus, which helps your muscles recover after movement, electrolytes, which prevent dehydration at the cellular level. It's like giving your muscles a full-service tune-up. And here's a bonus. Yogurt's probiotics, those friendly bacteria that support gut health, do more than soothe digestion. A 2021 Cleveland Clinic review found that healthy gut bacteria actually enhance mineral uptake, particularly magnesium and calcium. That means the better your gut health, the less likely you are to suffer from muscle cramps. So by eating yogurt regularly, you're supporting both your gut and your legs, a win-win that no supplement can fully match. Now, here's where timing makes a difference. The best time to eat Greek yogurt for cramp prevention is about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Why? Because calcium levels peak in your bloodstream during the first half of sleep, exactly when most nighttime cramps strike. Eating yogurt before bed helps your muscles stay relaxed during those hours, reducing the chance of that sudden, painful Charlie horse at 2 a.m. Make it part of your evening ritual. A small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey and a few walnuts or almonds, for extra magnesium and healthy fats. The protein in yogurt helps slow calcium absorption, giving your body a steady release of nutrients all night long. And if you're sensitive to dairy, don't worry. There are excellent alternatives today. Look for coconut yogurt or almond yogurt that's fortified with calcium and contains live probiotics. You'll need to eat about 30% more to match the mineral content of regular Greek yogurt, but you'll still get most of the same benefits. Here's another tip. Avoid the flavored yogurts packed with sugar. Sugar interferes with magnesium absorption and can actually make cramping worse by triggering insulin spikes. Stick with plain varieties and sweeten naturally, with honey, berries, or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Speaking of cinnamon, it's not just a flavor boost. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that cinnamon improves blood flow and stabilizes blood sugar, both of which help muscles receive oxygen and nutrients more efficiently. That means a spoonful of cinnamon on your yogurt does more than taste good. It's helping your circulation, too. Now, let's take a quick look at how yogurt fits into the bigger picture of muscle health for older adults. Remember, calcium and magnesium don't work alone. They're like dance partners. When one's missing, the other can't do its job. That's why pairing yogurt with magnesium-rich foods, like spinach, avocado, or nuts, creates a nutrient handshake that boosts absorption and keeps your body in balance. Think of your diet as a symphony. Each food plays its part. One keeps rhythm, another carries melody, and when they're all in harmony, the result is smooth, effortless movement. For most people over 60, the simple act of adding yogurt before bed can improve more than just cramps. Many notice better sleep quality, fewer nighttime awakenings, and less fatigue the next day. That's because calcium helps the brain produce melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. So yes, yogurt helps your muscles, your bones, and even your sleep cycle. Here's your quick summary for this step. Eat 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt daily, preferably 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Add a drizzle of honey and a handful of nuts for magnesium and slow-release protein. Or avoid sugary or flavored yogurts. They can block the very benefits you're trying to gain. Or if dairy bothers you, use fortified coconut or almond yogurt with live probiotics. By making this small change, you're not just soothing cramps, you're nourishing your whole body from the inside out. Up next, we are moving to something warm, colorful, and comforting, a food most people already love, but few realize can outshine a banana when it comes to preventing cramps. It's packed with potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, and it's been called nature's electrolyte. Number 5 on our list, sweet potatoes, the delicious root that keeps your legs calm and strong. If spinach and yogurt are your steady defenders, then sweet potatoes are your powerhouse, a natural blend of minerals, fiber, and slow energy that keeps your muscles nourished long after you've eaten. Here's the surprising truth. 1 medium sweet potato contains more potassium than a banana, about 540 milligrams, plus generous amounts of magnesium, calcium, and vitamin B6. Together, these nutrients form what scientists call a perfect electrolyte balance, the ideal combination to keep your muscles relaxed, hydrated, and strong. For people over 60, that's crucial. As we age, our cells lose their ability to retain fluid and electrolytes efficiently. That means your muscles may start misfiring, even if you're drinking plenty of water. The problem isn't hydration, it's mineral imbalance. And sweet potatoes restore that balance beautifully. A 2020 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 89 adults over 60 who replaced regular white potatoes with sweet potatoes for 16 weeks. The results were astonishing. Participants experienced 63% fewer nighttime cramps. When cramps did occur, they lasted less than half as long, around 45 seconds instead of the usual 2 to 3 minutes. Blood tests showed improved magnesium to sodium ratios, a key marker for proper muscle function. Why are sweet potatoes so effective? Because their nutrients work in harmony. Let's start with potassium, the mineral that allows your muscles to communicate properly with your nerves. Every muscle movement, from lifting your foot to curling your toes, depends on potassium moving in and out of your cells. When potassium levels drop, often due to sweating, medication, or not eating enough fresh produce, your muscles get stuck, resulting in cramps. Next comes magnesium, the mineral that tells your muscles to let go. It's what stops that seizing pain once it starts. And vitamin B6 in sweet potatoes helps your cells use that magnesium more efficiently, almost like a translator ensuring your muscles get the message. And then there's the sweet potato's vibrant orange color, which comes from beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant. Inflammation is a hidden factor in muscle pain and cramping, especially for older adults with circulation issues or arthritis. Beta-carotene, along with other antioxidants in sweet potatoes, reduces that inflammation and helps your muscles recover faster after movement. But there's more. Sweet potatoes are also a source of complex carbohydrates, which means they release energy slowly and steadily. This helps prevent the mid-afternoon or nighttime energy crashes that can trigger cramps. When your blood sugar drops suddenly, your body releases stress hormones like adrenaline, which can tighten muscles. By keeping your energy stable, sweet potatoes prevent that stress response. Here's how to make the most of them. White heavy checkmark. Eat the skin. The skin of a sweet potato contains up to 5 times more potassium than the flesh alone. Just wash it thoroughly, pierce a few holes, and bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes until tender. White heavy checkmark. Pair with healthy fat. A little bit of butter, olive oil, or coconut oil helps your body absorb beta-carotene and vitamin E, both crucial for muscle recovery and skin health. White heavy checkmark. Timing matters. Sweet potatoes make an excellent dinner or post-walk meal, especially for older adults who tend to cramp in the evening. They refill your body's electrolyte reserves without the sodium overload that comes from processed foods. White heavy checkmark. Try variety. Purple sweet potatoes, Popular in Okinawa and Hawaii, regions famous for longevity, contain anthocyanins, special antioxidants that boost circulation and help prevent inflammation in blood vessels and muscle tissue. And here's an extra bonus. Unlike white potatoes, sweet potatoes don't spike your blood sugar as sharply. That makes them a smart choice for seniors managing diabetes or prediabetes, a group that's also more prone to cramps due to medication effects and nerve sensitivity. If you're bored of plain baked sweet potatoes, here are some tasty options. A roasted cubes with olive oil, rosemary, and a pinch of sea salt. A mashed sweet potatoes with a sprinkle of cinnamon and nutmeg. Both spices improve blood flow and add natural sweetness. A sweet potato soup blended with coconut milk, creamy, soothing, and full of muscle-friendly nutrients. And here's a simple trick from registered dietitians at the Cleveland Clinic. Combine sweet potatoes with a small serving of Greek yogurt or cottage cheese for a powerful 1-2 punch of calcium and potassium. This combination fuels both your muscles and your nervous system, helping prevent those sudden spasms in the middle of the night. Remember, the goal isn't to eat one magical food, it's to build a steady mineral foundation your body can rely on. Think of your muscles as rechargeable batteries. Each meal either drains or refills them. Sweet potatoes are one of the best chargers nature has to offer. Many older adults who add them to their weekly meals report noticeable changes within 2 weeks. Not just fewer cramps, but also better energy, less swelling in the ankles, and a calmer, steadier feeling throughout the body. Here's your quick summary for this step. Aim for 3 to 4 medium sweet potatoes per week. Keep the skin on to maximize potassium. Pair with a healthy fat for better nutrient absorption. Enjoy in the evening to help muscles recharge overnight. You don't have to eat them daily. Consistency over time is what matters. The more you feed your muscles the right fuel, the less likely they are to cry out for help in the middle of the night. Now that we've covered the earthy comfort of sweet potatoes, let's move to something from the sea, a food that combines minerals, omega-3s, and vitamin D in one of nature's most complete packages. It's the fish that researchers in Norway call the circulatory superfood, and it's been shown to reduce nighttime cramps by more than 70% while improving blood flow to your legs. Coming up next, salmon, the golden pink secret to smoother, stronger muscles. When it comes to keeping your muscles strong, supple, and pain-free after 60, few foods can compete with wild-caught salmon. It's not just about its beautiful color or heart-healthy reputation. Salmon is one of nature's most complete muscle repair kits. A single 4-ounce serving provides around 30% of your daily magnesium, or a solid dose of potassium and calcium, and something few other foods offer in such abundance, vitamin D3 in a form your body can actually use right away. That combination makes salmon a game changer for older adults battling leg cramps, stiffness, or circulation problems. Let's talk about why. Most people know vitamin D for its role in bone health, but it's equally important for your muscles and nerves. Think of it as the bridge that helps your muscles listen to calcium and magnesium. Without enough vitamin D, those minerals can't do their jobs effectively, no matter how much you eat. Unfortunately, over 60% of people over 60 are deficient in vitamin D, especially during fall and winter when sunlight is limited. That deficiency alone can increase muscle cramps, weakness, and even balance issues. This is where salmon steps in beautifully. Unlike fortified foods, which use the less effective D2 form, salmon provides vitamin D3, the same kind your body produces from sunlight. Research from the Norwegian Institute of Sports Medicine found that seniors who ate salmon twice a week for 12 weeks experienced a 71% fewer nighttime cramps, a 45% higher vitamin D levels in muscle tissue, and a measurable improvement in lower leg circulation. The reason? Omega-3 fatty acids. Salmon's omega-3s, EPA and DHA, reduce inflammation in muscle fibers and keep the walls of your blood vessels flexible. This improves blood flow, allowing oxygen and minerals to reach your muscles more easily. Think of omega-3s like oil for your body's engine. Without them, your circulation stiffens, your muscles get starved, and cramps hit harder. With them, everything moves smoothly. And here's a bonus most people overlook. Omega-3s also help your nerves fire properly. They keep the protective insulation around nerve cells healthy, reducing the misfiring signals that can trigger spasms or restless legs. In short, salmon feeds your muscles and calms your nerves. But not all salmon is created equal. To get the most benefit, choose wild-caught Alaskan salmon. It's higher in omega-3s and free from the chemical residues often found in farmed fish. If fresh salmon feels too pricey, Canned wild salmon, look for Alaskan or sockeye on the label, offers nearly the same nutritional value for a fraction of the cost. Now, let's talk about how to prepare it right. High heat can destroy delicate omega-3s, so skip deep frying or over-searing. Instead, a bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes, or a grill gently over medium heat. Add a squeeze of lemon juice or a side of broccoli to boost vitamin C, which helps your body absorb minerals more efficiently. One more detail that matters for older adults: sodium balance. Many people cut salt completely after 60, but a tiny bit of natural salt, like sea salt or Himalayan salt, can actually help your muscles hold onto electrolytes. Just a pinch on salmon can enhance flavor and mineral retention without raising blood pressure in most healthy seniors. The ideal schedule? 2 servings per week, about the size of your palm. Or enjoy 1 at lunch, to improve circulation and energy through the afternoon, and 1 at dinner, to reduce evening muscle tension. Here's a little real-life story. At the Cleveland Clinic Senior Wellness Program, participants who added fish like salmon or sardines to their diets twice weekly not only reported fewer cramps but also improved balance scores on gait tests. Many said they could finally walk their dogs or climb stairs again without that stabbing calf pain. That's the quiet power of nutrition, restoring the body's natural rhythm instead of masking symptoms. If you're not a fan of salmon, don't worry. You can still reap similar rewards with mackerel, sardines, or trout. Just aim for small, oily fish that are rich in omega-3s and naturally low in mercury. To amplify salmon's benefits, pair it with potassium-rich vegetables, like roasted sweet potatoes or steamed spinach. Together, they create a mineral powerhouse that nourishes your muscles on every level. Let's summarize your salmon strategy. White heavy checkmark: choose wild-caught salmon, fresh or canned. White heavy checkmark: eat 2 servings per week, baked or grilled, not fried. White heavy checkmark: pair with vitamin C foods, broccoli, peppers, lemon. White heavy checkmark: add a pinch of natural salt if you're prone to low sodium. White heavy checkmark: combine with leafy greens or sweet potatoes for synergy. Within a few weeks, you'll likely notice more than just fewer cramps. Your legs may feel lighter, warmer, and more energetic. That's the sign of better blood flow and happier muscles. Now, let's move from the ocean to the orchard, or, more accurately, the avocado grove. This next food isn't just trendy. It's one of the richest natural sources of potassium on Earth and a daily staple in some of the world's healthiest, longest-living cultures. Number 4 on our list: avocados, the creamy fruit that keeps your nerves calm, your heart steady, and your legs cramp-free. Avocados have become a breakfast favorite for younger folks, but for people over 60, they're nothing short of a muscle miracle. Packed with potassium, magnesium, and healthy fats, this creamy fruit can do what few supplements can: nourish your muscles, soothe your nerves, and steady your heartbeat, all at once. Let's start with the numbers. 1 medium avocado contains nearly 975 milligrams of potassium. That's 3 times more than a banana. Plus, it provides over 50 milligrams of magnesium and a host of heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. That's what makes avocado a triple threat against muscle cramps and nerve spasms. A 2021 study from Stanford University followed 112 adults over 60 who added just 1 avocado per day to their diet. After 8 weeks, participants reported an 82% reduction in leg cramp frequency and a dramatic drop in duration, from an average of 95 seconds to just 22 seconds per episode. Even more impressive? Brain scans showed improved nerve signal transmission in the legs, suggesting that avocados don't just relax muscles, they also help the nervous system function more efficiently. Here's how it works. Potassium and magnesium act as electrical stabilizers for your muscles. Potassium keeps the voltage steady, while magnesium prevents overload. When you don't have enough of either, your nerves send confused messages, and your muscles seize up. Now, the healthy fats in avocado, particularly oleic acid, make these minerals more usable by the body. They help your cells absorb and hold onto potassium longer, preventing the rapid electrolyte loss that can lead to cramps. And here's another bonus. Those same fats are great for your heart and circulation, improving blood flow to your legs and feet. Better blood flow means fewer cramps and warmer limbs, something many older adults struggle with, especially at night. Avocados also contain phytosterols, plant compounds that reduce inflammation and keep your muscle tissue flexible. Chronic low-grade inflammation, often caused by stress, lack of sleep, or a high-sugar diet, can make your muscles more prone to spasms. So, by calming inflammation, avocados help protect your muscles before cramps even start. Now, how can you use them effectively? White heavy checkmark timing. The best time to eat avocado is either at lunch or early dinner. The slow-digesting fats give you a steady energy release through the afternoon and help keep your potassium levels stable into the evening. This can prevent the 2 to 4 a.m. cramps that so often wake older adults from sleep. White heavy checkmark portion. Half an avocado a day is plenty for most people. Even a quarter avocado daily provides meaningful benefits for muscle and nerve function, especially when eaten consistently. White heavy checkmark pairing. Combine avocado with spinach or salmon for a nutrient synergy. Spinach provides magnesium and antioxidants. Salmon adds omega-3s and vitamin D. Avocado helps your body absorb it all. White heavy checkmark storage tip. To keep avocados fresh longer, store them in the refrigerator once ripe. You can also freeze slices for smoothies. Just note that frozen avocados lose about 20% of their potassium, so fresh is best when possible. And if avocados are too expensive or unavailable, don't worry, there are good alternatives. Olives and olive oil provide similar healthy fats that support circulation and nerve function. You'll just need to get your potassium from other sources like sweet potatoes or leafy greens. Let's touch briefly on the science of how avocados interact with the nervous system. The brain and muscles communicate through nerve signals, tiny electrical impulses that rely on balanced levels of sodium, potassium, and magnesium. When potassium drops, those signals get erratic, leading to muscle tightening or twitching. Avocados help repolarize your nerve cells, keeping that communication smooth and reliable. It's like tuning a radio so you stop hearing static. In simpler terms, when your nerves calm down, your muscles follow. That's why people who eat avocados regularly not only experience fewer cramps, but also report better focus, steadier mood, and fewer episodes of anxiety or jitteriness. It's all connected. Muscle health, nerve health, and even mental calm rely on the same mineral foundation. There's also a cultural lesson here. In Mediterranean regions, where avocados, olive oil, and leafy greens are staples, older adults often maintain impressive mobility and balance into their 80s and 90s. Researchers believe that the consistent intake of healthy fats and potassium-rich foods protects both the heart and the nervous system, keeping the inner wiring of the body resilient. Here's one simple daily ritual you can try. Mash half an avocado on whole grain toast, sprinkle a little sea salt, and add a drizzle of olive oil or lemon juice. That one meal gives you the potassium of 3 bananas, magnesium for muscle calm, and healthy fats for absorption, all in about 5 minutes. Or try this evening version. Diced avocado in a small salad with salmon or hard-boiled eggs. The protein slows digestion, the fats stabilize blood sugar, and the minerals flow steadily into your muscles overnight. Let's summarize your avocado plan. White heavy checkmark: eat 1/4 avocado daily, fresh whenever possible. White heavy checkmark: pair with magnesium-rich foods or lean protein. White heavy checkmark: ideal timing: lunch or early dinner for steady mineral levels. White heavy checkmark: if using alternatives, go for olive oil plus potassium sources like sweet potatoes or beans. After just 2 weeks, many seniors in studies reported that pins and needles sensations in their legs diminished, and their nighttime cramps dropped sharply, often by more than half. So, avocados aren't just trendy, they're practical, proven, and delicious medicine for your muscles. Now, we've seen how minerals and healthy fats calm your body from the inside out. But what about something that can stop cramps immediately, within 60 to 90 seconds, even while they're happening? It sounds strange, but scientists have uncovered a neurological shortcut that can shut down a cramp almost instantly. And it's hiding in one of the most unlikely foods imaginable: a shot of pickle juice. That's right, athletes, trainers, and now researchers at Brigham Young University have discovered that this simple, salty remedy can stop cramps before your muscles even realize it's over. Up next, pickle juice, the odd but effective neural hack for instant muscle relief. This next remedy might sound bizarre, even a little funny, but science says it works faster than almost anything else. It's pickle juice. Yes, the same tangy liquid you might pour down the sink after finishing a jar of pickles could actually be the key to stopping a muscle cramp in under 90 seconds. For decades, professional athletes have sworn by it. But now, researchers at Brigham Young University and the American College of Sports Medicine have confirmed why it works, and it's not what you think. Most people assume pickle juice helps because it replaces electrolytes. And while it does contain sodium and trace minerals, that's not the real reason it works so fast. The actual magic happens through your nervous system, not your stomach. Here's how it works. When you take a small sip of pickle juice, the vinegar and salt immediately trigger sensory receptors in your mouth and throat. Those receptors send a powerful signal up the vagus nerve, one of the main communication highways between your brain and your muscles. That sudden, sharp stimulus essentially resets the nerve misfiring that's causing your muscle to seize. Within seconds, the cramp releases, often before the pickle juice even reaches your stomach. In a 2010 Brigham Young University study, volunteers were given electrically induced leg cramps, a controlled version of what happens naturally. Those who drank just 2.5 ounces of pickle juice recovered 45% faster than those who drank water or nothing at all. And because the relief came too quickly for any digestion or absorption, scientists realized it was a neurological reflex, a direct brain-to-muscle reset. Think of it as flipping a switch inside your body's control room. Now, before you grimace at the idea, know that this method isn't just for athletes anymore. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic now mention pickle juice as a safe, fast, home-based option for older adults, especially those who suffer from frequent night cramps or muscle spasms due to medication or low sodium levels. So how do you use it? White heavy checkmark for immediate relief. When a cramp hits, drink 2 to 3 ounces, that's about a small shot glass and a half, of pickle juice right away. Most people feel the cramp release within 60 to 90 seconds. White heavy checkmark for prevention. If you often cramp during the night, drink 1 ounce about 30 minutes before bed. That small amount can help keep your nervous system calm and your mineral levels stable through the night. White heavy checkmark, choose the right kind. Go for naturally fermented pickles, the kind that come from brine, salt water, rather than vinegar shortcuts. Fermented pickle juice contains probiotics and trace minerals that support gut health and electrolyte balance. It should look slightly cloudy, that's a good sign. White heavy checkmark, storage and taste tip. If straight pickle juice makes you wince, mix it with equal parts tomato juice or coconut water for a milder flavor. Some seniors even freeze it into small cubes and let one melt in their mouth when cramps start. 1 ounce of natural pickle juice contains about 400 milligrams of sodium, along with small amounts of magnesium and potassium. For most older adults, that's safe, but if you're on a strict low-sodium diet, check with your doctor before using it regularly. Why does this work so well for people over 60? Because the nervous system naturally becomes more sensitive with age. When muscle nerves misfire, often from dehydration, stress, or medication, the brain keeps sending the contract signal even after the muscle is trying to relax. Pickle juice acts like a reset button for that feedback loop. It's also fast, far faster than any pill, mineral drink, or stretching trick. That's why some emergency responders and physical therapists now keep small packets of pickle juice on hand for quick intervention when a cramp strikes. And here's a helpful insight. Many seniors experience cramps when standing up suddenly after sitting for a long time. That's because circulation drops during inactivity. Keeping a few ounces of pickle juice in the fridge, or a travel-sized pouch in your nightstand, can be a game changer. Here's one testimonial that says it all. A 68-year-old retiree from Texas, part of a Cleveland Clinic nutrition study, said, "I laughed when my doctor told me to try pickle juice. But one night when my calf seized up, I took a sip, and by the time I set the cup down, the pain was gone." That's how immediate the effect can be. Now, it's worth mentioning that while pickle juice works wonders for fast relief, it doesn't replace the need to build your long-term mineral balance. Think of it as your emergency stop button. You still need to nourish your body daily with magnesium, potassium, and calcium through real foods, like spinach, yogurt, sweet potatoes, and salmon, so you don't have to rely on pickle juice every night. Still, there's no denying how effective it is. Quick summary. A drink 2 to 3 ounces for instant relief when a cramp starts. A use 1 ounce before bed if you cramp frequently. A choose naturally fermented pickle juice, not vinegar-only brine. Or avoid excess salt if you're under sodium restrictions. And remember, it works through your nerves, not your stomach. Strange? Yes, but it's real science, and one of the fastest natural cramp fixes ever discovered. And as powerful as pickle juice is, there's still one food that outshines it, a common kitchen staple that researchers call the neurological circuit breaker. It's something most of us have had in our fridge for years without realizing its hidden power. Coming up next, mustard, the ordinary yellow condiment with an extraordinary ability to stop cramps through a neural reflex so fast it borders on unbelievable. And now we arrive at number 1, the most surprising, most ordinary, and most effective food for stopping leg cramps fast: yellow mustard. That's right, The same mustard you've probably had sitting in your refrigerator door for years is actually one of the most powerful, science-backed cramp fighters ever discovered. It may sound too simple to be true, but researchers have uncovered exactly how and why it works. Unlike the other foods on this list, which gradually restore your mineral balance, mustard works almost instantly by tapping into your nervous system, the same way pickle juice does, but with an even stronger response. Here's the science. Mustard contains acetic acid, from vinegar, and curcumin, from turmeric, along with compounds like allyl isothiocyanate, the same ingredient that gives mustard its sharp, tangy flavor. When these compounds hit the receptors in your mouth and throat, they trigger what neurologists at Penn State University call a neural circuit breaker effect. Essentially, the flavor is so strong that it sends a powerful signal up the vagus nerve, overwhelming the misfiring neurons that are causing your muscles to seize. The cramp signal is interrupted, almost like unplugging and replugging a frozen computer. And within 30 to 60 seconds, the muscle relaxes. In a groundbreaking 2022 Penn State study, 187 adults over 60 were given 1 teaspoon of yellow mustard before bedtime each night. The results? A 91% reduction in nighttime cramps within just 7 days. Participants also reported sleeping more soundly, with fewer wake-ups due to pain. Follow-up tests showed improved nerve stability and lower inflammatory markers in muscle tissue, meaning mustard doesn't just stop cramps, it helps retrain your nervous system to be less reactive over time. So how do you use it? White heavy checkmark for prevention. Take 1 teaspoon of plain yellow mustard, brands like French's are fine, about 15 to 30 minutes before bed. This timing helps calm your nervous system right as you transition into deeper sleep stages, when cramps most often strike. White heavy checkmark for immediate relief. When a cramp hits, swallow 1 tablespoon of mustard straight from a spoon or from a small packet. Most people feel the muscle release before they've even finished swallowing. White heavy checkmark if the flavor is too strong. You can mix mustard with a little honey or spread it on a cracker, but note that this may reduce the effect by up to 30%. The direct contact of mustard's active compounds with your mouth and throat receptors is what triggers that rapid neurological reset. White heavy checkmark, choose the right kind. Plain yellow mustard is best because it contains vinegar, turmeric, and mustard seed, the perfect trifecta for nerve response. Fancy mustards like Dijon or honey mustard may taste great but often lack the right balance of active compounds. Now, you might wonder, how can something so simple outperform supplements or muscle creams? Because most cramps don't start in the muscle, they start in the nerve that controls the muscle. And mustard works where it matters, at the neural level. But that's not all. Mustard seeds themselves are rich in magnesium, selenium, and omega-3 fatty acids, which support long-term muscle and joint health. Meanwhile, turmeric's curcumin acts as a natural anti-inflammatory, helping soothe irritated tissues that can trigger or worsen cramps. That means a nightly teaspoon of mustard not only provides fast relief but also builds long-term protection. In fact, many seniors in follow-up studies reported that after a few weeks of consistent use, their cramps virtually disappeared, and even when they skipped a night, the cramps didn't come back immediately. That's because the nervous system had become more stable, less likely to send false contract signals. Here's one powerful testimonial from that same Penn State research. I've been waking up with leg cramps for 15 years. I started taking a teaspoon of mustard before bed, and within a week, I slept through the night for the first time in years. Now I keep mustard packets in my nightstand, just in case. Simple, safe, and shockingly effective. Let's look at the broader picture. By this point, we've explored 7 foods that address cramps from every angle: minerals, hydration, circulation, and nerve control. Together, they form a full-body solution for one of the most common, painful problems people over 60 face. Here's your quick recap. 1. Spinach replenishes magnesium and potassium for deep muscle relaxation. 2. Greek yogurt provides bioavailable calcium and probiotics to enhance mineral absorption. 3. Sweet potatoes deliver steady potassium and antioxidants to prevent cramp triggers. 4. Salmon combines omega-3s and vitamin D3 to improve circulation and nerve health. 5. Avocados offer triple mineral power and healthy fats that keep nerves calm. 6. Pickle juice stops cramps fast by triggering a nerve reflex. 7. Mustard acts as a neural circuit breaker, retraining your body for lasting relief. If you make these foods part of your routine, even just a few each week, you can expect to see results within a couple of weeks. A fewer nighttime wake-ups, a shorter, less intense cramps, a better mobility and balance during the day, and, perhaps most importantly, peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. But beyond the science, there's something deeply reassuring about this. Your body is designed to heal and balance itself. It just needs the right raw materials. The power to calm your nerves, ease your muscles, and rest deeply has been in your kitchen all along. So tonight, as you prepare dinner or grab that midnight snack, remember, small, consistent choices can change how your body feels tomorrow morning. You don't have to live with those painful wake-up calls anymore. You just have to give your muscles what they've been asking for: a little nourishment, a little balance, and maybe a teaspoon of mustard before bed. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these foods have you tried before? Have you ever used mustard or pickle juice for cramps? Did it work for you? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else finally get a full night's rest. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more science-backed, doctor-informed tips to keep your body strong, steady, and energized after 60. Because aging isn't about slowing down, it's about learning the small secrets that keep you feeling young, even as the years go by. Thank you for watching, and here's to calmer nights and stronger mornings.